After Bitcoin confirmed the bullish divergence in the 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin is exactly bouncing back towards the upside from of this very important Bitcoin horizontal support level. So in today's update video, I will talk about where Bitcoin is heading towards next, because I do believe what the next move is going to be for Bitcoin, because right now liquidity is getting built up on the top side. Funding rates are negative, Bitcoin is trading at support, and I will be discussing this all in today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button once again back above 1000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And first, let me discuss the imminent short term on Bitcoin. Because yes, on the Monday after we recovered significantly, we of course dropped again in the beginning of the Tuesday. And now Bitcoin is finally starting to recover ever so slightly once again. I mean, yesterday we indeed created another Bitcoin bullish divergence. And after Bitcoin confirmed the bullish divergence, we straight away pushed up actually higher. And the bullish divergence is of course confirmed whenever we close that green candle, while the RSI is indeed creating a higher low and the price action a lower low. And yes, that is exactly what happened. Bitcoin confirmed the bullish divergence and afterwards straight away surged up over 3% towards the upside. And currently, if we're looking at Bitcoin, we're actually trading against one of the most important downward sloping resist lines in this trend. You can clearly see the last two times we touched this level, we got significantly rejected, and once again right now we are retesting this exact level. So Bitcoin is indeed trading at some very key levels in the market right now, and while this is happening, we are also clearly seeing a downward sloping support line that has also provided the support for three times in a row. So basically Bitcoin is right now trading in a new consolidation phase. This Bitcoin falling wedge pattern, this is a typical bullish bias Bitcoin consolidation pattern, and whenever we are breaking out towards the upside, the price target of this breakout is going to be laying somewhere around 71.4k, which is going to be from the point we're currently trading from an approximately 10% move towards the upside, which is of course quite insane if you would ask me. If we're once again looking to the spot Bitcoin ETF data, we saw actually another day of another outflow. And yesterday we saw an approximately $58 million flow out of the spot Bitcoin ETF. You can basically see that ever since the midpoint of March, and ever since then, we've actually seen a significant slowdown in pace on the spot Bitcoin ETF. I mean, what is still very interesting in my opinion is that every single day, the BlackRock spot ETF is still seeing large amounts of inflows. And actually, their lowest inflow was $18 million, and now still they're doing at least 25 million a day. I mean, yesterday was still a very bad day, but the day before, we actually still did $73 million worth of inflow. So I don't really think there's a reason to be panicking about the ETF inflows. And I mean, of course, all we should be doing right now is look about what Bitcoin is currently doing and where Bitcoin is currently standing. And I mean, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, we're still holding this very important green box of support, which is of course by far the most important level of support for Bitcoin. And of course, we need to be breaking above the top side of that red box of resistance. Bitcoin is basically consolidating between these highs and the lows. And yes, whenever Bitcoin of course breaks out of this region, we are most likely going to see a significant amount of volatility. And yes, if Bitcoin were to be breaking lower, and if it were to be going towards $58,000, that would of course mean a breakdown for Bitcoin. But I want to be quickly say is that there's still a lot of remaining liquidity in the market, which I think Bitcoin could be taking out. So if we were to be coming down to $58,000 to $60,000, I am actually going to not close my positions. No, I am going to be open positions on Bitcoin. I am going to be opening up $1 million Bitcoin long positions worth of in this region right here. So between $57,000 and $60,000, I have set up more than $1 million worth of Bitcoin buy orders. And yes, whenever Bitcoin does see that retracement, I'm going to be opening up these big positions over here on Bitcoin. So that is my strategy right now. If it were to be coming down a little bit lower, and of course, like we do know, we're still in the middle of a gigantic, an enormous consolidation phase, and whenever this consolidation phase ends here, we're going to be having a massive breakout on Bitcoin. So we can currently clearly still see, we're seeing the Bitcoin top side still trending down, we're seeing the lower side still trending upwards, and basically what we're seeing is a compression on the Bitcoin price action right now, and whenever the compression ends, we're going to be going out with a banger. And I mean, guys, if you want to be trading the next move, I've said this on yesterday's video as well, but you can currently claim a free $200 for only depositing $100 on Bybit. And Bybit is the best trading exchange out there in the market. It's super simple. You need to go to the link description of today's video, press on it, then you come to this page, you press on register to claim, and of course what you do afterwards is of course deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and then you can literally already start to open up your free $200 trade on Bybit. So super simple. And if you're interested in claiming this free trade, go to the link description of today's video where you can claim this insane deposit bonus on Bybit that you can use right now here. So let me continue further in towards the video, because of course I've stated this many times before, but I always say Bitcoin always follows the liquidity in the market. And I mean, currently the majority of the liquidity is getting built up significantly above us, and to be exact, it is an approximately $3 billion, and it is building up somewhere around that 71.7k level. And once Bitcoin is going to touch that 71.7k level, we're going to be seeing a $3 billion Bitcoin short squeeze, which is of course quite insane, because $3 billion worth of liquidity is a lot. It's not a small thing here, and it is most certainly going to get taken out. And once it gets taken out, we're going to be probably continue even higher from of that point onwards. And I mean, if I'm looking at the funding rates, I can also see that the funding rates are negative. And historically speaking, I've said that many times before, once the funding rates are so low and even negative at sometimes, it means an historical Bitcoin buying opportunity. So please don't fade this opportunity that you have right now here. The funding is negative in a bull market. You have to understand, the funding is negative in a bull market, and I have stated this so many times before. Whenever the funding grows negative in a bull market, it's an enormous opportunity. And you can just also see this consolidation. It just gets me so bullish. Bitcoin is just consolidating, and we're just having, it's just moments before we're going to be having that massive breakout towards 100k, because in less than 58 hours from now on, we're going to have the next Bitcoin halving. And whenever the next Bitcoin halving has been here, we're going to of course have even more scarcity. And yes, if you know, you know, but the majority of the gains always get realized after the halving and not before. So whatever we've seen so far is nothing for what we are about to be getting. And yes, if we were to be getting any 20% correction in this entire trend towards the upside on Bitcoin, it would most certainly be a massive opportunity that I would personally take with both hands. So this is what I will be doing. And I mean, you can just currently clearly see on the weekly time frame as well. We're seeing that Bitcoin is having a massive weekly retest, which I am taking with both hands, because I am not thinking twice on this one right now here. And yes, I truly hope Bitcoin is going to dump a little bit lower, because if it does dump a little bit lower, I would get that opportunity to open up $1 million Bitcoin trade here. I mean, I think that the chance that we're going to be bouncing from here is already likely, but if you know my channel, I am a very low risk tolerant trader, and I only take the lowest risk of lowest risk. And yes, for me to really see that happening, I need to see Bitcoin come down to $58,000 to $59,000. So this is my strategy. If you want to be joining me, make sure to do so. But guys, this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, share this video with your friends, slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.